Welcome! Today we're going to show you how to sign up for a Buddy Punch account. First, visit buddypunch.com and click on Get 30 Days for Free or click on the Pricing tab. If you do click on the Pricing tab, make sure that you select the correct plan for your business. You'll now be taken to the Account Setup screen. Here you'll enter your first name, last name, email address, and password. Right now we're setting up an administrator account which will manage employees and handle billing. Later we'll set up employee accounts. Agree to terms and conditions and click on Sign Up. You'll now be taken through a setup wizard that shows you how Buddy Punch works. The screenshot on the left is what an employee will see when they log into their account. The right is what you'll see as an administrator. Click on Next. Now you enter in your company name and select your time zone. Don't worry if your employees cover several time zones, as those can be set up individually later. Then select your pay period frequency. You can select from weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly. If you have a unique pay period that doesn't follow this pattern, no problem. Just pick one here and let us know when we can make the change for you. Then enter your pay period start date. Employees cannot enter time before this date, so make sure that you're setting a start date in the past. When you're done, click on Next. This next screen is just verifying your time zone and your pay periods. If you selected the wrong schedule, you can click on Back to correct it. If you need some specific tweaks to your pay period schedule, you can still proceed and we can make those changes for you. When you're done reviewing, click on Next. You can now enter in employees so they can start to use the system. This is not mandatory. You can always enter in employees later. Also, if you have a large quantity of employees, you can bulk upload them by contacting us. If you do not choose to enter your employees now, you'll need some basic information about them, including first name, last name, email address, username, and password. As you enter your employees, we automatically email login credentials to them. If you don't want your employees to get a welcome email from us, you can always use your own email address for now and change it later. The username is what your employees will use to log in, so it must be unique. Note that it has to be unique across all Buddy Punch users, so we suggest using an employee's email address. The password you see on the screen is a randomly generated password. Feel free to change it now, or your employees can personalize it later. Once you're finished, you can click on Add Employee button. Note that the employee was added and it shows in the list below. You can continue to add employees or click Finish at any time to start using your account. You'll now be taken through a usability wizard. This just shows you some basic features of Buddy Punch. You can use your arrow keys to move or click on the arrow at the bottom right. The first section will show you how to add employees while in the system. Similar to what we did before, when you're finished reviewing, click on the right arrow to move forward. This screen shows you what we email employees once they sign up. They're given their username and password, a link to log in, some help documents, and a reference that you sign them up. Although the email comes from us, we reference your email address as well. This screen shows what your employees will see once they log in. The image on the screen is a representation of your employee and their webcam image, if they have a webcam installed on their device. Note that they have to allow access for webcam usage, and each device can be set up or deny access if this is a feature you do not want to use. You'll see that the employee has a color-coded button to punch in or out, depending on their current punch's status. Here we're demonstrating a punch in. They can also see their time card and hours for current period. The next screen shows your administrator dashboard. Note that the dashboard has a punched in section, which will give you details on employees as they're punched in. Next, the employee will log in and punch out. Note the color-coded button for punching out as well as a status change once that happens. After the employee punches out, they'll also see their hours worked for that shift. This screen shows how that employee moved from the punched in area of the dashboard to the punched out area, giving you visibility into what's occurring during the day. Let's say the employee forgets to punch in and they remember later. They can log in and select the punch in and edit their time. They're given a date and a time picker where they can select and then click on Punch In. When employees do this, it will generate a pending approval that you need to act on. This makes sure that employees cannot make changes without getting approval first. You'll go to your dashboard and click the Take Action button to view and act on that request. Note that if you do not want to use the pending approval process, it can be turned off. You can either allow individual employees to edit their time without your approval. Otherwise, you can remove this feature altogether and require only real-time punches. Here you'll see what pending approval looks like. There will be a full history to the punch showing you when they made the request, and it will also show you the new time that they're requesting. You can edit the time if you disagree with it, or you can save the time as they've entered it. You can view your employees' current or past time cards at any point. Click on the Time Cards tab in your navigation and select the appropriate pay period. Click on View next to their name to view the details of their time. You can export time cards into an Excel format by clicking the drop-down menu. That's it! You're ready to start using Buddy Punch. You can click the link to take you to your administrator dashboard. You can visit your dashboard at any point by going to buddypunch.com and clicking on Login in the upper right-hand corner, or by visiting app.buddypunch.com. If you have any questions about this demo or need further information, please open a support ticket or email us at support@buddypunch.com. Thank you!